Hey everyone, Alec here with Veed, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add subtitles in Premiere Pro. So let's say you have a video and you're editing it within Premiere Pro and you want to add subtitles to that video. Well, in this video I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do that, and here's exactly what we're going to be covering in this video. First, I'm going to show you how to add subtitles in Premiere Pro. Then I'm going to show you how to export your subtitles as open captions. So open captions are when the subtitles are burned into the video. Then I'm going to show you how to export your subtitles as closed captions. So this is when you have a separate SRT file so you can toggle them on and off just like on YouTube. And then at the end I'm going to be showing you how you can automatically add subtitles to your video with an online video editor called Veed. So basically we're going to go over the first 3 steps again using Veed and show you how you can add subtitles to your video much faster online. And with that being said, let's get started. So as you can see here, we're in Premiere Pro, and if I press play,
hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great.
We have my video that I want to add subtitles to, and to begin adding these subtitles, all I'm going to do is head over to File at the top of the screen, hover over New, and then go down and select Captions. And now we're prompted with these settings right here. And what you're going to want to make sure you select in the standard drop-down menu is Open Captions at the bottom. Now, these are all industry standards for subtitles and captions. However, I'm going to choose Open Captions, and I'll tell you why in a second. So now if I click OK, as you can see, we have the captions item that has been added to our project. So now what I'm going to do is click and drag this into my timeline, and then just click and drag this element to make it the same length as my video, because I want captions for the entire length of my video. So now you can see that if I press play.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to the Social Media Podcast.
For the first few seconds, we have this piece of text that says type caption here. So now what I need to do is go ahead and open my caption window. So I can either double click on the element here, I can click on this arrow and go to captions. But if you can't see it, you can go to window at the top of the screen, and then here, just make sure that captions is activated. So now, as you can see, we're in the captions window, and this is where I'm going to type out my first caption. So what I'm going to do is just listen to the first bit.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great.
This is going to be my first caption. Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing great. So that's my first caption. Now if I press play.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to the Social...
Okay, so now I need to adjust the timing. And to adjust the timing of my caption, I can either click and drag it directly from within the timeline, so just like so, or I can just copy and paste the time code of where my playhead currently is, and then just paste it just like this. So now to add another caption, we're just going to hit the plus sign right here, and it will add a caption, and it will begin at the end of the previous one. So as you can see now, if I press play.
Doing great. Welcome to the Social Media Podcast.
So that's my second caption. Welcome to the Social Media Podcast. I'm just going to adjust the timing, and then I'm just going to type it out. Welcome to the Social Media Podcast. Okay, so now we have 2 captions playing back to back.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to the Social Media Podcast. I'm your host.
So now you probably understand how to add captions to your video using Premiere Pro, and you can understand why this could be quite time consuming. But before I show you how to add subtitles to your video much faster using Veed, first I'm going to show you how to export your video with either closed captions or open captions. So before we export our captions, I just want to show you that we can customize the font and the color of our captions. For an example here, I can change the font to Monaco right here, but I do want to mention that you might want to do this straight from the beginning, because now if I want to change them for each and every caption, I don't know any other way other than having to do it manually for each one every time. So this can be very time consuming if you've already added all of your captions and you want to change the styling later. Now to export our video with its captions, all we're going to do is export it as if we would normally. So I'm going to go to File, Export, and then Media, or you can hit Command M. And now here you want to make sure you do all the settings as you would normally. And then the only thing you want to make sure you do is head over to the Captions tab right here. And then this is where we can either choose to have them as closed captions or open captions. So closed captions are captions which are a separate file, so most likely an SRT file that you can upload along with the video, for example, to YouTube, so you can toggle them on and off. To do this, here we're just going to select this drop-down menu, and we're going to select Create Sidecar File, select Subrip Subtitle File, and then we can click on Export, and then our video will be exported with 2 files. It will have our main video file, so the .mp4, and then the Subrip subtitle file, which is the SRT file, which will be our closed captions. However, if we want to export our captions hard-coded into the video, all we have to do here under the export options is select the drop-down menu and then click Burn Captions into Video. And now you don't have to do anything else except from click on Export at the bottom of your screen, and then you will only have one MP4 file with the text hard-coded into the MP4 file as if it was part of the video. So that's how to add subtitles, be it closed captions or open captions, to your video in Premiere Pro. But here's how to do it in a much faster way using Veed. And one of the reasons why I'm showing you this is because adding captions within Premiere Pro can be very time consuming. Right there, I was just working with a 15-second clip, so it wasn't going to take me too long. However, if you're working with a 5-minute video, a 10-minute video, or a podcast that can be up to an hour long, adding captions can take a lot of time. And with Veed, you can add closed captions to your video automatically. So to do this, once we're on Veed, all we're going to do is create a new project. And I do want to mention that the links to Veed are going to be in the description down below. Once you're on Veed, here we're going to click on upload the files. And then I'm just going to select the same clip that I had in Premiere Pro. So I'm going to open it. And as you can see, now it's imported into Premiere Pro. And if I click play.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to the social media.
As you can see here, we have our video. So to begin adding subtitles to our video automatically with Veed, all we have to do is click on the subtitle tab in the left toolbar. And then here we're going to click on the auto subtitle tool. If we wanted to add them manually, just like we did within Premiere Pro, we can click on manual subtitles, and then we can begin adding them just like we did in Premiere Pro one by one after listening to the video and typing it out. However, here I'm going to select the auto subtitle tool, and then we're prompted to choose the language that our video is in, so Veed can then automatically transcribe all of the audio from our video into text and turn that text into subtitles. And this is all done thanks to artificial intelligence. So I select the language. In this video, we're speaking in English, and then we click on start. And depending on the length of your video, this could take anywhere between a few seconds to a few minutes to automatically transcribe the audio from your video into text and turn that text into subtitles. So now, as you can see, they have just finished. And if we take a look, we can see the subtitles in 3 different places. We can see them in the subtitle editor on the left. We can see them in the timeline, and then we can also see them on the video canvas. So if I go back to the beginning and I press play.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to the social media podcast. I'm your host, Alex.
So as we can see, we have our subtitles and they are looking pretty good. However, I did notice one mistake right at the beginning. It just says everyone instead of hey everyone, but this is because I kind of slur the 2 words together. But it's very easy to change this. Just like in Premiere Pro, first of all, I'm going to click and drag this out to change the length of the caption. And then in the subtitle editor, I'm just going to quickly edit this as if it was text anywhere else. Again, very similar to how it's done in Premiere Pro. So now I have hey everyone. So now if I play it.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to the social media podcast. I'm your host, Alec. And in this podcast, we're going to be talking.
Okay, so this is perfect. So now that I've added the subtitles within Veed, what I'm going to do is actually change the style of the subtitles, because unlike in Premiere Pro, if I change the style for one, let's say I change the font to Anton, now all of these subtitles adopt the same style. So if I wanted to make this smaller, as you can see, they now are all smaller, and then I can click and drag and place them anywhere I want on the video canvas, and they will all adapt to the same position and transformation. And then once you're happy with your subtitles, there's 2 options we can do. Again, we can either export them as closed captions, so a separate SRT file. And to do this, we're just going to head into the options tab right here. And then we can download our subtitles. So we can choose to download them as an SRT, a VTT, or a .txt format. And then you want the SRT, which is subtitle file, and just click download. And as you can see, they are now downloaded to our computer. However, if you want them hard-coded into the video, just like we did in Premiere Pro at the end, so burnt in, open captions, all we're going to do is click on export. In the top right, Veed then starts to render your video, and once it's finished rendering, you can then preview it with its captions burned into the video and go ahead and then download it. And that is how to add subtitles to your video using Premiere Pro or Veed's automatic subtitle tool. Now, before I end this video, I do want to mention that Veed isn't 100% free. We do have a free plan that allows you to try out the tool and to try out the automatic subtitle tool. However, if you're going to be working with 1-hour long video projects and you're adding subtitles to hours of video, you do then have to pay for a monthly plan. And again, the links are going to be in the description down below for you to check everything out. If you have any questions about adding subtitle to video, please let us know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, we would really appreciate it if you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. With that being said, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.